Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another video for you guys. The video that wasn't planned. Actually, I got two videos I'm going to be making that I didn't even plan to make for today. And yeah, we're going to get right into it. But, first off, real quick, if you guys may have noticed that there's going to be a live stream tomorrow, and it's going to be a completely different topic. And I invite you guys to come over and listen to what I have to say on it, as I am wanting to better my life financially. And so I am actually going to start vlogging that on this channel. My journeys, my ups and downs, ideas that I tried to do to break off into a business. And if it succeeds, if it fails, you guys will see all that being openly transparent. But enough of that, and let's get into it. So a couple days ago, Visible basically announced that they've been running this pilot program known as Inner Circle, right? And it's set to fully roll out on August 21st. Go figure. You know what August 21st is? Right? The summer solstice. I wasn't asking you, Google. Anyway, so Inner Circle is making its way to a lot of Visible customers. And this is actually a pretty cool concept because basically it's about making a family plan. So the way that this thing works is that, you can either be on the Visible Base, the Visible Plus, or the Visible Plus Pro. On either of those three plans. And what you do is you invite people to join your group. You create what's called the Inner Circle. You can have up to 7 people in an Inner Circle. So yeah, and then if you're on the Plus or the Plus Pro plan, there's a $5 savings for having people in your group. So, I mean, who doesn't like savings? Savings is great. However, this sounds way too familiar, and I'm going in. If you guys remember it, if you don't, it's okay. If you remember it, drop a like to let me know you remember it. Y'all remember Visible Party Pay? That's right. Visible Party Pay has technically been resurrected with this whole plan known as Inner Circle, because that's exactly what it is. Of course, a few things have changed compared to Visible Party Pay versus Visible Inner Circle. One of the biggest changes from Party Pay to this Inner Circle bringing that they're offering now is that you can't have like a whole bunch of people on it. I mean, there was a lot of YouTubers that created their own Visible Party Pay, right? Even Stetson Doggett had his own Visible Party Pay group, and he had like a lot of people who who joined his group. I think it was like, it was like a $5 discount on the Party Pay per like for the first line, second, third, and fourth line. The discounts became bigger and bigger and bigger. Basically, like after 4 members of your Party Pay, even if you had like 35 members in your Party Pay, you would have like the max cap out of like a discount for having people in the Party Pay group. I mean, they kind of do, because if you're on the Plus or the Plus Pro, you save $5 off your line. Why is that important information? Well, because with the Visible Inner Circle, yes, it is a group, but one person, or the main person, the group creator, is not responsible for everybody's phone bill. So it's like you're in a group, but you're still responsible for your own bill. So you're just in a group to basically be in like in a family plan, or, to gain the discounts that the Plus and the Plus Pro users get for being grouped together. So it's pretty crazy. So it's like what they did was, they did away with Party Pay, and I guess they just revamped it and changed a few things, and then now it's back again, and it's fully rolling out August 21st. But there's another interesting thing about Visible Inner Circle that reminds me of another telco brand that's no longer really with us. Do you guys remember buying a smartphone from like Radio Shack, and you tore it open and it had that little silver, little cardboard that said, "For a good time, call Sir Richard Branson"? Ha! If it dinged in your head, you know exactly what I'm about to say. But the Inner Circle naming reminds me of Virgin Mobile USA's Inner Circle. Now, Virgin Mobile USA did have something called Inner Circle, and I believe the Inner Circle name is not trademarked, so it's the reason why Visible is using it. But this pertained to like iPhone users on Virgin Mobile USA. Make sure I don't get the two confused, man. Visible and Virgin, they're very close. Anyways. So it's like, I don't know, to me, I kind of feel like it's like a nod back to, the whole, Virgin Mobile USA Inner Circle thing. And then, of course, I was like Chris Jericho's little group in AEW, the Inner Circle. So it's like, those things come to mind when I think about it. But nonetheless, Visible by Verizon now has a family group offering with, if you're on the higher tier plans, you're going to get, a plan discount on your bill. If you're on the base, you don't get a discount because you're at the lowest rate, $25. So everyone's responsible for their own. You can have up to 7 people in it. And yeah, this is great if you're on Visible and you want to create a family plan, because when Visible first started, big shout out to Visible. When they first started, they were all about being like catering to single users. They weren't really all about the family plan thing. And when they started making some changes, which obviously you could tell Visible is all about, they're about changing to please their customers and bring something exciting to their customers. With Visible, I had the pleasure of working with them a couple of years ago, and they sent me some goodie knickknacks, right? I still got the Visible fan that plugs into your iPhone that you can cool yourself down with. I still got the Visible t-shirt with the emoticons on the back of it. I even still have my coffee cup. I mean this is a McDonald's toy I got, my son gave me, because but anyways, I still have my Visible coffee cup. The pop socket and everything else is gone. I just dropped something. But yeah, the other knickknacks I got from Visible, that's like long gone. But you know what? Still, big shout out to them, for letting me be a part of that project, testing out Visible, gearing up for their full on throttle. Because back, in the early days of Visible was like capping people at 8 megabits per second download speeds. And they were just about to like fully open that sucker wide. And myself and other YouTubers were invited to try out the Visible service uncapped and then talk about it at day of launch. That was such a cool thing. I would love to work with Visible again on a project or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future. But nonetheless, let me know what your guys' thoughts are about the Visible Inner Circle. You guys think it's a good thing? It's a bad thing? Go ahead, free for all in the comments. Let me know. And yeah, to me, I feel like it's a good thing, just because it's always showing that Visible is ready to make changes and adapt to make customers happy.